Welcome to excelmasterseries.com. Today we're going to create an interactive Excel chart graphing the normal distribution's probability density function. The normal distribution has two parameters, the mean and standard deviation. So let's change those and see the effect in our chart. So changing the mean from 0 to 3, hit enter, and we've just changed the mean on the chart. Changing standard deviation from 1 to 2, hitting enter. There, we've changed that on the chart. So let's put our original numbers back in there. 0 for mean, that's mu, and 1 for standard deviation, Greek letter sigma, and we have our original chart. So that's what we're going to make, an interactive chart for that distribution. Now we need to create the data, the x and y axis data. There are many ways of doing it. Here's one way. We're going to create 4 columns of data. The first column starting with -30, and each cell after that equals the previous cell plus 1. So we write in that formula, and then to drag that formula down, put the cursor in the corner of the cell till you see the cross, and then drag it down just like that as far as you need to. Now, as we said, there are many ways of creating this data. Here's one way. It's fairly straightforward, works, so we'll use it. Oh, we need one more, 29. Drag it down one more, 30. There we go. And there are 3 more cells at the top. We're going to drag those formulas down. Let's take a look at those formulas. In cell C46, here's the formula that will be dragged down. Okay, there it is. Alrighty, now the next cell over, D46, we're going to take a look at right now. Here's the formula in D46. We'll be dragging that down. We'll be dragging all those down at one time, all 3 cells at once. Now let's take a look at E46. Okay, here's the formula for E46. Alrighty. Let's see the inputs for E46. We hit the precedence button. We see the inputs are the 2 user inputs, mean and standard deviation, and the x-axis data, as it should be, because that is data for the y-axis on the chart. Alrighty, so what we're going to do right now is to remove the borders and the collars so we don't drag that down when we drag the formulas down. Alrighty, now select all 3 at one time, put the cursor in the corner of that big box and drag the whole thing down. There we go. We have all the data to create that chart. So let's create the chart right now. And this is Excel 2003, by the way. So to create the chart, okay, first we're going to put our borders and our color back into the cells. So you select individually with Control, and then go hit the borders and the colors button, and there you have it. So now we're going to create the chart. That's pretty straightforward to do, pretty easy. Okay, so you simply put the cursor anywhere you want, then insert chart. And this, we're going to do it well. We have to drag this dialog box up so we can see it. And this is an area chart. First variation, there you go. And hit next, and data is in columns. Okay, let's insert the series of data. Add the first series of y data, the only series of y data, and we need to put a label on that y data. That will be probability of x. And you'll see when we type this stuff in, it will be immediately appearing on the chart. Probability of x. Hit enter, there it is. And delete what's in the values box. Now let's put in the values for that y data. Hit that square in the corner there. Go down and select all of the data in the normal distribution probability density function column. That would be the y data. So select all of it down to the bottom. And then go hit that square in the dialog box. And there it is. The data has been put into the graph. Alrighty, let's do the same for the x-axis data. Hit that little square and go up and select all of the data for the x-axis column. Drag that down to the bottom. And when you have all of that data, go up and hit that little square in the dialog box there, and that puts the x-axis data in there. We're almost done. Hit next. And now we need to put in the correct title for this graph. That would be the normal distribution's probability density function. And you'll see once we type that in there, that will appear at the top of the graph. distribution probability density function. It's a bell-shaped curve. Alright, x-axis label is just x. That's it. Okay, next, we're just about done. Hit finish, and we'll see our chart. There's our graph. Now, one more thing we have to do. You see the x-axis? We'd like to see whole numbers. So you should have 10 ticks between each number. So hit scale and then change the number of categories between tick mark labels to 10. There you go. Let's hit OK and see the effect. There you go. We have whole numbers and 10 ticks between each one. Makes the graph a lot more readable. So let's drag the graph up and put it top of our previous graph. Drop it right there. Here's the new graph. And let's check the interactivity to verify that we have made this correctly. Okay, change mean, mu, to 5. There it is, 5. Change standard deviation, sigma, from 1 to 4, and we see those changes are reflected in the graph. If you would like to master MBA level statistics in Excel, check out our Excel Statistical Master Series of e-manuals at www.excelmasterseries.com/emanual.php. Thank you very much and goodbye.